This game recap is brought to you by Manscaped's Foot Duster Foot Deodorant. Say goodbye to stinky foot funk with this essential deodorant spray. Head over to manscaped.com and use the promo code SACCITY for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. The Foot Duster Foot Deodorant by Manscaped. The best protection any place below the waist.
The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Cleveland Browns 21-20 in the first Sunday preseason matchup. Aaron, what were your takeaways from this game?
Well, the beginning of the game was interesting because both teams went right down the field and scored again. There wasn't much defense. And we talked about that Philadelphia Eagles defense and seeing some of those young guys. I watched a little bit. I was trying to focus on Nakobe Dean. He made a couple of nice plays, but then there were a couple of times there was the concern. So he is trying. I can tell he's trying to work through some of his limitations as an NFL player. But he also made a couple of nice plays that I'm like, well, that's Georgia right there. So kind of up and down. But both defenses really struggled to start the game, and then it kind of tapered off towards the end when the backups got in. I know none of the starters really played a whole lot. I was very encouraged by David Bell. I liked him before. I like him even more now. This was his first action, and I thought he played really well. But it's hard. There's no starters. I liked what Josh Dobbs did as a backup to Jacoby Brissett. I think he's a career backup in the NFL. He'll always have a job because I think he's solid come in. But I was just more concerned with both defenses. I didn't like the way the defenses played to start out the game.
I was actually going to go to the Josh Dobbs conversation, and it might be getting blown up a little bit more because you had that big highlight run that everyone's talking about. But I actually think this was a very important game for him because now you think about the 11-game suspension for Deshaun Watson. The whole reason they added a Josh Rosen is to actually make sure they had depth on this. So becoming that next guy, that backup behind Jacoby Brissett for 11 games is pretty important. If something happens to Jacoby Brissett, Josh Dobbs has made a pretty good case to be that next guy. So I actually think this was a pretty important game for him, and at least to have the showing he did. Of course, you want to see him get to the end zone with his arm, which he didn't do, but and maybe they give him a little bit more run next week as well and see if he can really solidify that backup role.
Josh Rosen sucks.
That's very true.
He sucks.
Very
I
true.
watched this game. He is not a good NFL quarterback.
I will never forget, just like him, that 9 teams picked somebody else before him, and it should have been like 109. But okay.
Yeah. I wouldn't even allow him to play in the USFL. I'm telling you, I watch him play. He's worse. He's like Kellen Mond status right now to me.
It's sad.
He looks
very sad.
Terrible. He looks like the 65-year-old flag football quarterback at the rec park.
He looks like he doesn't, when he gets cut, he doesn't believe he's going to get another chance, but then he takes it anyways, and he's never prepared and never ready to go. Like, it's not good. It's not good.
Aaron, what was the play of the game?
This play of the game was a little Olympic action here. A little Olympic action. You talk about speed. Devon Allen, this dude, man, I mean, he was flying, and look at the separation, and he's a hurdler. And then he catches the ball, nice little deep pass, and then he gives us I don't know if it's celebration, but look at him. He's doing a hurdle. Look at him. I love the grease. So look at Deion Kane over there trying to get some celebration himself. I thought Devon Allen was able to stretch the defense, and I think that's a big thing for Philadelphia, especially with Jalen Hurts. You get A.J. Brown now, Devontae Smith. If they can get somebody that can stretch the field like that, maybe it's supposed to be a Jalen Reagor. But Devon Allen he's fast, man, and there's always speed can always play in the NFL. So who knows? I'm not saying he's gonna make the roster or he's gonna be anything special, but if you want to talk about speed, he definitely has speed, and he's got a long shot to make the roster. But as a rookie, I think he might be able to get on somewhere else if he doesn't make Philly's roster because they're kind of deep, and maybe produce elsewhere.
Imagine him and Quez Watkins making a deep cross post.
Travis Fulgham with the underneath slam.
Stop it. The Philadelphia Eagles will wrap up their preseason on Saturday against the Miami Dolphins in Miami, and the Browns will pretty sure the starters will play for the Cleveland Browns in their final preseason game against the Chicago Bears on Saturday.